Hey everyone, welcome back to Decoded. Today we're diving deep into another incredible episode of The Beginning After the End. The previous episode ended with Arthur entering the academy, and now he's face to face with an elderly lady. Arthur explains to us that this is Xyrus Academy. And guys, this place is legendary. This academy is famous because it produces scholars, entrepreneurs, royal guards, public leaders, and military officers. It's an incredible academy where children come to learn magic. And right now, standing before me is the director of this academy. She holds all the authority here. Director Cynthia tells Arthur that it's good to see him, and she wants to check whether what Vincent said about him is true or false. "Let's test it out," she says. After saying this, the director puts up a barrier around the area. She asks Arthur if he's ready, and he responds with a confident yes. Arthur thinks to himself that he can sense the director's power, and now he understands why she's the director of such a famous place. I need to prove that what Vincent said about me wasn't a lie. So Arthur starts by using his wind element magic first. He lifts a large stone and throws it toward the director. But the director easily breaks those stones using her own power, which leaves Arthur quite shocked. He realizes that this won't work. He needs to use fire and water magic. Arthur then uses his fire magic, heating up the stones intensely and attacking with them. But this time, the director creates a barrier using her wind magic, protecting herself from Arthur's attack. Seeing this, Arthur gets shocked again. So now he decides to use his augmenter power, his key-based abilities. Using this power, he rushes forward instantly. But the director uses wind magic again and knocks Arthur backward. After Arthur falls back, the director tells him, "I'm impressed by you, but I think you've overestimated your strength a bit. However, I must admit, you're quite skilled in both sorcery and combat. Now it's my turn. Try not to pass out." The director then starts using her sound magic. This creates an extremely loud noise, causing Arthur severe headaches. He's trying his best not to lose consciousness. He's shocked and wonders what kind of sorcery this is. Suddenly, the director stops and tells him, "You've passed. I'm quite impressed by your wind magic. I want to personally teach you. Along with wind, you can also use earth element, right? Besides that, I think you can use other elements too, can't you?" Hearing this, Arthur thinks that the director is more cunning than he initially thought. Arthur tells her, "Yes, I can also use water element." Hearing this, the director gets surprised and asks, "Is there something you want to tell me? Because you've come here specifically to show me your power in private." Arthur gets shocked and thinks that the director knows everything. Arthur tells her, "You're right, I came here with an intention. I'm here to use your authority and influence. Using that, I want to protect my family. If you give me that, I'll come to this academy, accept you as my teacher, and remain obedient to you." Hearing this, the director gets surprised and says, "Even the Sapine royal family has never made such negations before. I think you're lying anyway." Arthur responds, "No, I'm telling the truth. What I'm offering you is quite valuable. I'm offering myself. But I'll only enroll in this academy when I'm the same age as the other children, that is, 3 years from now." The director asks, "But if you start your studies now, you'll become even more powerful. Why don't you join right now?" Arthur replies, "Because I want to live my life fully. I want to become an adventurer and learn more about this world. After that, I'll join the academy." The director says, "It seems you've made up your mind, so all right then. Have you told your family about this?" Arthur says, "No, I'll tell them afterward." The director agrees. "Okay, when you convince your parents, this deal will be complete." After this, Arthur comes home and tells us how he used Vincent to explain to Alice and Ray about Arthur's power, how strong Arthur really is, and that he wants to become an adventurer. But Alice isn't agreeing at all. She's saying that Arthur won't become an adventurer because it's too dangerous. Ray tries to reason with Alice. "At least listen to Arthur once." Alice responds, "How can you say that? You know how much we've traveled. We lost Arthur before. I won't let that happen again." Alice asks Ray, "How can you let Arthur become an adventurer?" Ray says, "To be honest, I was also thinking that Arthur should become an adventurer. Don't worry, we'll send someone with Arthur who will protect him." Alice still doesn't agree, saying, "Arthur is too young. He can't go on such a journey alone." Arthur tells her, but this won't be a journey. I'll come home every month, and if you want, I'll come even more frequently." Alice asks, "Really?" Arthur promises, "Yes, I promise." Eleanor gets worried too and asks, "Are you leaving soon?" Arthur reassures her, "No, I'll stay here for a while before leaving." Arthur also tells his mom, "I'm not leaving right now, but I will leave someday because I want to see more of this continent. There are still many things I don't know about. I need to learn more, and I want to feel the same way you all felt when you were adventurers." His parents finally agree. Arthur thinks to himself that staying here and training would be quite boring. He wouldn't become much stronger, and he doesn't want to tell his parents about the new techniques he's learned that he wants to test to see how powerful he's become. Alice says, "Okay, but one thing. Please don't keep any secrets from us. You haven't told us about your other elements yet, so tell us." Arthur agrees. All right. He thinks sadly that it hurts to hear his mom wanting no secrets between them, but he can't tell them the whole truth. Ray tells Arthur, "It's natural that your mom is worried about you because adventurers face danger every day. Don't worry, Arthur, we'll send you with someone we trust." Both Arthur and Alice get confused about who Ray is talking about. In the next scene, we see Ray bringing Arthur and Alice to his old adventurer party and explaining everything to them. He asks if anyone would like to go with Arthur. The red-haired adventurer says, "I can't babysit Arthur. I'm scared of Arthur. Who knows? He might kill me the next day." All the others also say they can't go with Arthur. Arthur gets a bit demotivated seeing this. Ray tells them, "But I'll give anything in return to whoever goes with Arthur." Still, no one agrees. But then Jasmine says, "I'll go, even if I have to go alone." Everyone gets quite surprised hearing this. Jasmine continues, "I'll do all this for Arthur." Ray says this would be quite good because Jasmine, you're excellent in combat skills. You'd be perfect for Arthur. Everyone else agrees, saying she's also an augmenter. They mention that last year Jasmine reached light orange core, and her wind magic is also amazing. This way, it's decided that Jasmine will go with Arthur. Arthur thanks Jasmine for this. In the next scene, they return home where Lilia is meditating alone. Eleanor comes to her and says, "You're training alone. I also want to train with you." Arthur sees this and thinks that it looks like Lilia can now meditate without him, which is quite good. And Eleanor will probably awaken in 7 or 8 years by his estimation. But it would be better if Eleanor doesn't awaken too early, otherwise he'll worry about her a lot because she'll have too much pressure on her. Arthur then asks his father if he can go to the auction house to choose a sword. Ray agrees. In the next scene, we see Arthur coming to Vincent at the auction house and telling him everything, that he needs a sword to take the Adventurers Guild entrance exam. Vincent agrees and brings Arthur to the area where there are many weapons, saying, "Take whatever you need." Seeing so many weapons, Arthur gets quite shocked. Arthur takes quite a long time, which makes Alice start worrying about him. Ray and Eleanor tell her not to worry. Arthur is serious about becoming an adventurer, so it will take time. Alice agrees they're right. In the next scene, Arthur is shown again, unable to choose which weapon he needs, because there are so many weapons here. Most of the swords Arthur can't even use because he's quite small at this time, and all the swords are quite large. So he's looking for a weapon that would be perfectly suited for him. Arthur is searching for something when suddenly Sylvie brings him to a spot. Arthur sees a staff lying there. Seeing it, he tells Sylvie, "I wasn't looking for a staff. I needed a sword." But Sylvie tells Arthur to pick it up. As Arthur picks it up, he gets quite surprised because this staff becomes quite heavy. Arthur starts thinking that maybe this thing is actually a sword. Arthur tries to open it, but he can't open it. Seeing this, he wonders if he should use his element to open it. Arthur does exactly that. He uses his element to open the sword. After this, we see that the sword fuses with Arthur's mana core. Because of this, Arthur sees some letters appearing before him. Seeing this, Arthur gets a bit confused, then tries to open it. We see that Arthur can now open the sword quite easily. Looking at the sword, Arthur gets amazed and says that this is more beautiful than all the other swords here. Arthur tries to use the sword, but it's quite heavy. He can't use it properly. Arthur then attacks a nearby barrel with his sword to test his sword's power. We see that the sword cuts through the barrel quite smoothly, which amazes Arthur. Then he sees that there's a name written on the sword, Dawn's Ballad WK-44. Seeing this, Arthur wonders what this means. Suddenly, lightning comes out of the sword, causing Arthur to drop it. Arthur picks up the sword again, and now feels that the sword's weight and balance have changed. He can easily lift this sword now. Arthur swings the sword and can use it much better now. He couldn't do this much before. Arthur gets quite amazed because this sword has become perfectly suited for his body. Arthur thinks to himself that in his past life, he always used whatever swords came before him, but never before had such an amazing sword come before him that was absolutely perfect for him. Arthur attacks another barrel and breaks it, saying that this reminds him of a story he heard about an expert craftsman who made a weapon for one person that became an extension of that person. But for such weapons, the owner has to fuse their mana with the weapon. He's never seen a weapon that becomes perfect for its owner just by seeing them. Who is this WK-44? Just then, Ray comes and tells Arthur that his mom has prepared food and asks how much longer it will take. Arthur says he's coming. He tells Vincent he wants this sword, but Arthur shows them a different sword. He's hiding the one that became perfect for him. Arthur gives that sword to his father. Ray tests the sword and says, "Yes, this will be perfect for you." Then Vincent sees the staff at Arthur's waist and asks, "What's this staff?" Arthur can't explain properly and says, "I found this on the floor. When I picked it up, I felt it was perfect for me. I'm thinking of using it during practice." Vincent says he didn't know they had this staff. He asks his colleague what it is. His colleague, named Jameson, explains that this staff belonged to an old man who said no one was perfect for this staff, so he gave it to them. Many appraisers checked this staff, but they said it's just a staff. Jameson says he felt it was waste to throw it away, so he kept it here. "Should I bring high-rank appraisers to check it?" Hearing this, Arthur tells Vincent, "If it's valuable, I'm sorry. But I find this staff quite amazing. I was thinking of keeping it." Since Arthur calls Vincent Uncle Vincent quite affectionately, Vincent melts. He tells Arthur, "Don't apologize, keep it if you want it." Arthur gets quite happy and thanks him. In the next scene, we see that for quite some time Arthur enjoys a lot with his family and everyone else. He spends good time with them while preparing to become an adventurer. In the next scene, we see that Arthur has been in this world for 9 years, meaning today is his birthday. Everyone is celebrating Arthur's birthday and enjoying a lot. Vincent had prepared all the food arrangements, telling everyone they could eat as much as they wanted. Everyone gets happy and eats to their heart's content. In the next scene, we're shown the night scene where everyone is giving Arthur his birthday gifts. Arthur's parents give him gloves. Alice explains that they have gems on them, and she's enchanted them with healing magic. Arthur really likes this gift and goes to hug his mom. Next, it's Vincent's turn to give a gift. He shows a ring and says, "Will you marry me?" Everyone gets confused about what Vincent is saying. Vincent says he's joking. After saying this, he gives one ring to Arthur and another to Alice. He tells Alice that this ring will glow automatically if Arthur is in danger, so you'll know whether Arthur is safe or not. Then it's the adventurer's turn to give Arthur gifts. The party leader gives Arthur a scroll that can produce sound. You can use mana to leave a message on this scroll. You can send any message to your mom, and your mom can also reply. Arthur says this is quite an amazing gift, and he thanks everyone for giving him such precious gifts. He tells everyone that tomorrow he'll set out on his journey. He tells everyone not to worry. He'll work very hard, so there's no need for them to worry. Alice says okay, hugs him and says, "I don't care if you want to become famous or earn a lot of money, I just want you to stay safe." Arthur agrees. In the next scene, night falls, and Arthur starts thinking that he'd been feeling something for quite some time, but now he's finally realized what it is. In this life, he has family and friends who love him. This is the feeling he never wants to lose. He cares a lot about people who love him. He'll put everything on the line to fight and protect those people. But he needs to become stronger so he can keep all those people safe. He needs to become so strong that he wasn't even this strong in his previous life as a king. In the next scene, Arthur gets ready to leave. His family sees him and says he looks quite good. Ray tells him that he could even become an S-rank adventurer in the future. He's powerful, but never be arrogant. Don't try to solve things alone. Remember that Jasmine is with you. Depend on her a little. Arthur agrees. Then Arthur's mom comes and hugs Arthur, saying, "Take care of yourself. We'll be fine too. You don't need to worry about us." Arthur says okay. Alice tells him to wear his ring and leave quickly and to enjoy properly. Arthur says okay and leaves. As soon as he leaves, Alice gets quite emotional and starts crying while hugging Ray. As Arthur comes outside, he sees that Jasmine was waiting for him. She asks, "Are you ready?" Arthur says yes, and they set out on their journey. And that's where this episode ends. What an emotional and exciting setup for Arthur's adventure. I hope you all enjoyed this episode breakdown. If you liked it, smash that like button. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. I'll meet you all in the next episode. Until then, peace out.